Muda is a Japanese word that means waste. Taichi Ono, one of the most important contributors to the popularization of the Toyota production system, introduced the concept to Western audiences. In recent years, the term has come to represent one of the most common causes of business losses. Learn about the 7 wastes and how to avoid them as a manager. Why is it critical to identify and eliminate waste in your company's operations and processes? A recent survey from McKinsey & Company found that the average company wastes 15% of its revenues due to muda. And that figure rises to 18% for large companies and 19% for mid-size companies. The good news is that you can avoid this waste by keeping an eye out for these 7 hidden sources of muda. You see, waste is the most important concept in lean management. Finding and eliminating waste in your business and processes is critical because it will help you increase profits and make the best use of your resources. What is waste? Waste is defined as any factor that adds no value to a product, service, or process. They are activities that do not advance you toward your objectives. They may, in fact, cause harm or damage to your work. Eliminating waste creates value for customers, but it also creates value for your company. The more ways you can improve the quality of your products and services, the more profitable you will become. Eliminating waste allows you to focus on what really matters to your customers, increasing their satisfaction with your company. 7 types of waste you must watch against and ultimately eliminate. 1. Overproduction. This is the most significant waste in any organization. Overproduction is defined as producing more than the customer desires. This can occur as a result of poor forecasting, but it can also occur as a result of poor process design or poor quality control. Producing more than is required at the time, this may result in excess or unused inventory, which costs money. The most effective way to reduce overproduction is to improve forecasting, but you must also ensure that your processes are designed in such a way that you only make what the customer wants and needs. 2. Motion. Motion refers to unnecessary movements made by employees while performing various tasks, such as walking between departments or handling paperwork while standing rather than sitting at their desk. These wastes can be easily eliminated by providing workers with proper training, equipment, and an environment in which they do not need to move around unnecessarily while working on tasks assigned by managers. 3. Waiting period. People wait for others who are late, for materials that are late, for broken equipment, or for someone else to do their job. This is a major issue in most organizations because it occurs frequently and can have serious consequences if not addressed promptly. Waiting time is another hidden waste that adds little value to a company but creates significant inefficiency, especially when you consider how much time people waste waiting for others who are late for meetings or appointments. This can also occur when a department is unable to work until it receives a tool or work in progress from an upstream department. The solution is to avoid scheduling meetings during times when people may be preoccupied with something else, such as attending another meeting or dealing with an emergency. Schedule meetings when people are likely to have free time, so they don't have to cut other activities short just because someone else didn't get their act together on time. Also, design your process in ways that one department will not need to be idle during work time. 4. Transportation. Transportation is among your company's biggest wastes. The cost of transporting goods and people to and from your facilities is frequently underestimated, but it can be substantial. Some businesses try to save money on transportation by using their own vehicles, but this can backfire if they are not properly maintained or used. Vehicles that are driven infrequently or too far can be even more wasteful than those that are driven frequently. Also, consider this: how many times have you sent a document to someone and received it back with nothing but their signature? This happens because they never looked at the document, or they looked at it but didn't understand what was being asked, or they had no idea how to respond, or they decided that sending it back with a note saying, "See me," was the best way to respond. These are all wastes of time. You need to have proper planning, proper communication, and proper standardization in your processes. 5. Defects. Defects in manufacturing are defined as anything that does not meet customer specifications. Scrap materials and damaged goods are examples of defects. Defect may be unavoidable in any process, but it should be corrected as soon as possible. If not, the cost of goods sold will rise, reducing the profit margin. So, defects are defects, and failing to see or fix them will cost you time and money. They may even cost you customers if they occur on a regular basis. Keep in mind that every time a product is returned, a service is not provided, or a complaint is filed, there is waste in the system. Preventing defects necessitates prevention, inspection, and correction. 6. Overprocessing. Overprocessing is the practice of wasting time and effort on something that will not earn you money. It's commonly done to eliminate the possibility of failure or mistakes, but it can also be used to conceal your own incompetence. This waste typically occurs when an organization is overly focused on the details of a process. Managers must exercise caution not to become so focused on their company's processes and procedures that they lose sight of the big picture. For instance, suppose an employee works for hours on a project only to discover that your manager has already rejected it. Before wasting time on something that will not work, take the initiative and change it or ask for assistance. 7. Unused employee creativity. Unused employee creativity is a major issue in many businesses because they have become overly focused on efficiency and cost reduction. They've transitioned from a manufacturing-based to a service-based economy, but they haven't changed their mindset. People are valued for what they know rather than what they do in today's world. Creativity is always important, but never more so than now, with so much change happening all around us. The real challenge is getting people to use their imaginations again. How can we persuade them to share more ideas and suggestions for improvement? In conclusion, waste elimination is a process that requires the participation of all employees. To identify and eliminate waste in their daily work, everyone must understand the concepts of Muda, Mura, and Murray. Without the assistance of a trained professional, determining where waste exists in your company can be difficult. An expert should be able to identify where you're likely to find waste, how much of it you have, and the best ways to eliminate it from your business. Time is money in today's world. It goes without saying that the better you manage your time and resources, the more successful your business will be. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on lean management and Six Sigma concepts.